Fantastic. All right. Welcome to the Nikki Clarke Show. We're here live in beautiful Toronto, and I'm just so excited. So I love everything that I'm seeing, all the beautiful faces. How is everyone doing? Amazing. Thank you so much for joining us here. And I can't wait to introduce some talented, stellar guests today with incredible stories. And the show's premise is transforming lives one story at a time. I started this 15 years ago because I was inspired to learn from others and to experience that cathartic release of people sharing their stories even for the first time. And here we are again with more great stories for you. So our first guest is someone I met in Ottawa not too long ago. It was a Women's Day event, and I was asked to speak about my journey. And after I got off the stage, I heard someone say, Nikki, Nikki. And I looked over, and it was the incredible artist and philanthropist, Claudybel Gordon. Welcome her to the show.
I'm I'm so honored that you invited me.
Thank you.
And when I received your phone call, I was just like, "Oh my goodness, can I do this?" And I think that's probably the first thing everybody think when they are invited. Maybe, can I do this?
Can
And
you
I
do
hope
this?
I can. Yeah, that I can do this. Yes, today.
Do you think she
Thank
can
you.
do this?
Can I do it?
Oh, yes, yes. Everyone agrees you can. You're more than capable, and you have a fan here who's
Yes.
here in the audience with you.
Yeah, my beautiful, beautiful daughter. Thank you,
Oh,
Maria, for being here.
Nadia, thank you. Yeah, she's lovely. She looks like you.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you.
Well, okay. So a little bit into the conversation we had in Ottawa. Claudia Bell introduced herself to me and a little bit about your organization, which we'll talk about. But the first thing I heard was, "Do you want to come to the Dominican Republic with
Yes.
me?" And I said, "Yes, sign me up." But we'll go and talk a little bit about that journey. So tell us about your upbringing in the Dominican Republic and how has it shaped who you are today?
Wow. I grew up in the Dominican Republic, very different. That people live here completely different compared to how we grew up in the Caribbean. And
Anyone from the Caribbean here? Make some noise. Yeah. Okay, we can relate.
yes.
Yeah.
So I remember at nighttime, like we got home when mom called me, for dinner.
Yeah.
Like we will play from 2 o'clock in the afternoon until it was dinner time. And we have a very good sense of community. I
Hmm.
remember getting together with friends and just like, well, let's have a party tonight and gather food and whatever you have
Yes.
in the pantry, and we were gonna make pasta or whatever, and the whole street will close it. And we will start having like dinner all together, and we play cards, dominoes, and all type of games. And that sense of community stayed with me until this day.
Right.
I always invite people over to my house, and I think that you know it shaped me
Yes.
in so many ways,
Hmm.
to have always my house open for others. You don't have to make appointments to
Hmm.
come to my
Hmm.
house.
Hmm.
And it it opened my eyes to how blessed I was growing up in the Dominican Republic with so many friends that care for me
Hmm.
and my family members, that in one way or another one always wanted the best for me. I
Yes.
remember my neighborhood, my neighbors. If I did something out of character, like uh, they will tell my mom and my
Oh
dad.
yeah. Oh yes.
Oh, they
Right.
were so,
I experienced that too.
yeah. And
Yeah.
did you?
Community police. Yes.
Yeah, pretty much. So we knew all the neighbors that will story tell everything we did that afternoon to my mom and my dad. So we that helped us, like, yeah. And I think it shaped me to take responsibility now for and give back to my country and make a change to just the way they changed my life.
Okay, excellent,
Hmm.
excellent. So we know that you're, well, actively involved with several nonprofit organizations. So some of them, Pro Infancia,
Yes.
Days for Girls,
Yes.
Hungry for Life, Give, and Broken Earth.
Yes.
So can you tell us about the work with these organizations and what drives you to support them?
So it was so everything always started in a party, in a birthday party, with a friend of mine. His name is Daryl. He's an orthopedic doctor,
Mhm.
and I support his charity. He's from Broken Earth, and he travels to Haiti to do orthopedic surgery, and that's how I got involved with Broken Earth. But with the instability of Haiti, he stopped. They have to cancel their trips, and I say, "Why you don't come to Dominican Republic?" Just
Mhm.
like I
Just like you
invited
did
you.
with me, yes.
And all her friends say, "Well, if Daryl do the trip and organize everything, we will go." All his friends that were orthopedics there, and um, and that's how the dream of bringing doctors to the Dominican Republic started. And they say yes.
Mhm.
So, so Give and Hungry for Life during COVID, we started to send food to the Dominican Republic. Um, they support me and a good friend of mine, Carolina LeBlanc, to send food and get care packages to the Dominican Republic during those difficult times. For and that's how I got involved with Hungry for Life
Yeah.
and sorry, with Days for Girls and Hungry for Life and Pro Infancia. Pro Infancia is an organization based in the Dominican Republic that we support. Uh, I, do you understand? We are here and we have three organizations helping in the Dominican Republic, and that's Hungry for Life and Give and Broken Earth. And that's how everything started, just with sending food. And now we have sent five medical teams to the Dominican Republic so far, with Give and Hungry for Life. And we have signed a contract with Pro Infancia. There is an organization that work with children and youth
Mhm.
in the Dominican Republic, and we love everything we do. And through them, through Pro Infancia in Dominican Republic, we got to work with them in another um, a program that they they work with in East Days for Girls.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm very passionate about that program.
Yes, let's talk about Days for Girls. And when we had our chat about what you do, I was really drawn to not only your passion but what the mission is, and I can relate, having spent some time teaching in Jamaica, especially to the younger grades in high school, what they call first and second form. So that'd be grade 7 and 8. And what I was witnessing, and this is what I shared with you, is that there are a number of girls who are missing. They would start the semester and then they would go missing, and I didn't really understand why until one day I encountered one of my classmates who became pregnant at 12 years old, because of just the situation she was in. So that really appeals to me, to kind of step in and intervene in any way that I can, through education. And I know that with kind of girls in poverty in the Dominican Republic, there's an issue too with kind of sanitation and hygiene. So you have put together something to kind of alleviate some of those issues.
Yeah, there is an organization, like I say, Pro Infancia is an organization that work with girls that between the ages of 12 and 19. When they explained to me what was happening in the Dominican Republic, I was, I couldn't sleep for 3 days. And I thought, I used to live in a bubble because I didn't know what was happening. Uh, just the fact, some of the girls, 53% of girls in the Dominican Republic that are underprivileged, those don't have access to hygiene or menstrual pads,
Hmm.
and
53%.
53%.
It's a high percentage.
And a lot of them don't know how menstrual health, what is menstruation. They don't have parents that talk to them about it,
Hmm.
so they don't know um, about ovulation. They don't know how they get pregnant, and for me that was very sad. And the worst part about it is that because they don't have access to hygiene and menstrual pads, they stop going to school
Hmm.
at the age of 12, uh, and that increased the chances for them to get pregnant.
Hmm.
We have in Dominican Republic the highest index of pregnancy in youth girls in Latin America. And for me, that broke my heart. I have a good friend. I have become very good friend of Anna. Anna is one of the ladies that are in one of these communities, very, very poor community. And we have become very good friends because even though we live in different parts of the country, in different situations in life, like she lives back at home and in a very poor conditions, and I live here with all the privilege that we have become very good friends, and we talk almost every day. And she told me just that last week that two of her girls in the community left home, 13 and 14 years old. They move out of home with older men,
Hmm.
and then the circle started. They're gonna start getting pregnant, and by age 21, we see it all the time in the clinics that we do. They have two, three, four, five kids by age 21.
Hmm.
So then the circle of poverty continue in the
Hmm.
in this
Hmm.
community. So we need to stop that. We need
Hmm.
to um, start talking about menstruation,
Yes.
about talking about how girls get pregnant, and start providing
Let's take a look at this kit.
these kits. These kits are reusable pads. They can
Hmm.
use it up to 3 years if they take good care of them,
Hmm.
and they don't have to go and buy and spend money in the Dominican Republic. I won't show it,
I like the
but
the
but
colors.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So just they are just reusable pads and comes with an educational pamphlet of how to manage their circle when they get their ovulation. And with that, we give a day or a morning. We educate the girls about their menstrual health.
Awesome. So I know that there's a team of volunteers
Yeah.
who put this together. They sew this, right?
Well, actually, during COVID, we couldn't. They were made here in Canada, but
Hmm.
during COVID, we couldn't. So
Okay.
you know what happened?
No.
We start training women in very poor women in need of work,
Hmm.
and they are making these kits in Dominican Republic, and
Amazing.
that's what I love
Amazing.
about Dominican Republic,
Hmm.
that we are making these kits with women that need that job,
Hmm.
and
So you're creating employment and helping
exactly,
girls. Okay.
exactly, and at the meantime we stopped going, like women like you and me, giving the classes, and we have trained um, other girls to do our job. And all
Amazing.
of that happened in during COVID. And we had more success than ever because we are training leaders now. And
Hmm.
these girls, when these other girls come and teach them about menstruation, how to
Hmm.
take care of their body, they are role models for
Yes.
these girls,
Yes.
and it's been very, very successful. And we have take these ambassadors. We call
Hmm.
them ambassadors because they represent days for girls for us on the schools, on in the community.
Hmm. Hmm.
We have take these girls, and they are now we've been training them to be leaders in the community all around the country. Um, global impact. So global leadership is helping us
Hmm.
to train them, and they are finishing school, going to university, and we are very proud of them, all
Wow.
of the whole group.
Well, I applaud you for all your efforts. It's amazing, an incredible mission. And just please let us know how people can find you.
Yes, well, people can find me in Instagram or Facebook. My name is Claudybel. I hope, Nikki, you can put it up into your website because my name is hard uh, to to spell. But if you want, you can go to Hungry for Life and click Dominican Republic,
Mhm.
and you can see all the work we are doing through Hungry for Life and how we are helping all the girls there.
Okay, excellent. Very quickly,
Hmm.
in Spanish,
In Spanish.
speak to someone watching right now who needs a little bit of encouragement, a young girl listening to you, maybe even in the Dominican Republic.
Um, yo quisiera decirle a cada una de ustedes que son muy especiales, ah, que Dios tiene un propósito para cada una de ustedes y que ustedes son hechas a su imagen y que Dios tiene un propósito hermoso si tan solo ustedes le buscan. Am, nada, ¿sí?
Sí, muchísimas gracias. Okay.
Siempre.
Okay. Thank you so much. Claudybel Gordon. Please follow her on social media. We'll be back.